Hey guys, how are you? This is Kaylania, the bus driver here, and thank you for stopping by my channel. Please forgive me for some of the light that's in the back. I know I've been trying to switch my car around and trying to find a good spot, but hopefully you guys can see me okay. I know I haven't been with you guys in a while, so please forgive me for that. I've just been a little busy. But I did wanted to briefly talk with you guys about, I just see like a lot of people that are struggling with trying to find a job or trying to find employment. I'm not just talking just about those that are on the gig economy platforms, but I also see people that are maybe with staffing agencies and they are on assignments or jobs part-time, contract, seasonal, and things like that. For those that are independent contractors, they're just working based upon their project or based upon an assignment, etc. This is why I see a lot of people in the gig economy is because they are looking for work, and that's just like most people. And some people are in between jobs, and then there are some people who choose to do platforms not just because they are in between jobs, but because they want to do it. It's easier for them to work their own schedule, work their own hours, and make the amount of money that they need to make for the week or for the day. What seems to be a big concern, and also not from what I see by people's posts on social media, also from emails that I get from some of my viewers and subscribers. And a lot of people are actually looking for work, but they feel so pressured into finding a job or finding employment, but they cannot, or it's a challenge to even find a good place to make stable income. Now, a lot of people don't consider the gig economy or app-based gigs or being an independent contractor technically a job. To each his own. I just think that when it comes to actually finding a job, it's a challenge for some people. And even if you have the credentials or the skills or the education and the background to do the job, or even the qualifications for a particular type of career, it just seems like there's nothing available. But I think a lot of people are being pressured because they are actually looking for work, and they've submitted their resumes online, they have visited job pools, and they have visited their state's resources to look for help. Whatever they've tried to do, they've gone to places to apply physically in person, but yet there is nothing available, or they weren't picked. And so it kind of leaves people feeling like, man, like, am I going to ever get ahead? Am I ever going to get where I need to be in life? I know it can be kind of discouraging, especially when there's a lot of pressure on you and when there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders to find stable work and find a stable job with great income, or at least enough to get you by. And this is the reason why a lot of people resort to app-based gigs or different types of independent contractor work just to make ends meet. And it can be difficult at times, especially if you are in markets that are way overly saturated. I just kind of wanted to encourage some people, especially those of you who are actually looking for work and you're like, man, like, I am looking for a job. Because I know a lot of people that are facing pressures, especially from family. Maybe it's your spouse, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and you are trying to look for work at the same time you're doing something on the side or side hustles to just to get by, but they're not understanding that yeah, you are looking for work. And I think some people feel like, okay, well, if you're that desperate for work, then why don't you go out to work at a restaurant, like flip burgers, or, do fast food or anything. And it's not that it's so much degrading to some people, because yeah, it does feel like that. And this is no shade to anybody that works in the retail industry or the fast food industry, but I'm just saying to some people, it feels like they're taking 3 or 4 steps down if they go do that. And not only that, you have to deal with the hours you have to work and the lack of flexibility, and also the pay may not be that great, especially when working in the fast food industry. People are actually looking, and so, and it's crazy because a lot of people may not understand your situation. People automatically assume, well, yeah, just go out and get a job. But do people understand and really know how many folks are out there looking for a job and they are actually trying? And this is the reason why I believe that a lot of people are doing Uber and Lyft and delivering food, like, Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash, etc. Not only because of the flexibility issues, because they need to work, they have to have some type of stable income. And even if some of the gigs don't pay as much as they should to most of the workers, they're doing something. They're trying to be proactive. They're trying to do something in between while they look for work. And then there's some people that are looking for work, but at the same time trying to start their own business. So it's a kind of a mixture in between. But I know what it feels like when you're want to work, but at the same time, you've applied, you've even maybe paid somebody to do your resume for you. You always keep a positive attitude. You dress professional in your interviews. You do whatever possible, but nothing is available. it's hard sometimes, and you're not alone, and just keep striving. And some of you guys may have been in this situation or this season for a couple of years or maybe several months. There are people who do quit their job just to do the gig economy some kind of way, and they're happy with it. They do it full time and there are no issues, no problems. But for the people who are actually looking for work, because some people want benefits, there is a comfort and a peace of mind when you can work at a company knowing that you're taken care of, health benefits and paid time off and other things like that that's going to cover you. And it can be kind of stressful. Actually, it is stressful. Some of you have children and you are looking for work, but sometimes you find yourself working a side hustle just to make ends meet, but you're working really, really long hours just to maybe make $100 a day. Some of you are in college and you may take certain classes where it requires a lot of your time, but you have to find something to make ends meet. And so I totally get it. But even like having family members, I think puts a lot of stress on people when they're always down your throat. Like, man, like, when are you going to get a job? You need to get a full-time job, et cetera, et cetera. But you've been thinking to yourself, but I have been, or you're always arguing back and forth with these people. I have been trying to get a job. I have been looking. I have this, I have that. But it's like they're not hearing you. I think sometimes, not all the time, when people come out of being an independent contractor or doing gig work and they go back into the workforce, sometimes things may not be always in your favor because some employers look at that, okay, well, that's not really work, but really it is. You're getting paid. Sometimes it's hard, especially when you've made a lot of sacrifices to do this type of work. And then it's like things don't go as planned. And then you have to go back into the workforce, but then there's nothing available. Or if there's something is available, it's always usually like telemarketing or sales or, something that really does not suit you or fit you, or that that you're not the best at. If you are in that place where you're like, yeah, I'm looking for a job, I'm trying, I'm being pressured on all sides by all people, and I'm struggling to even make ends meet or to pay my bills or even just to get by, but everyone's telling you, or you're getting people in your ear, gosh, get a job, get a job, get a job. And you're like, but I'm trying. Just continue to do what what you can do. And that's it. I believe in seasons. Like, there are times for everything. And a season to you may not be a season to somebody else. Because people that aren't mature enough to understand this, they don't know what seasons are about. So your season, whatever you're doing right now, until you get a job, may just be that for either a couple of weeks, a couple of months, a couple of years. And I hate to say that, but sometimes things change. Just keep looking, just keep pressing. Sometimes you may have to rearrange some things, revamp your resume or change your mindset, or maybe even change your appearance when you go on these interviews, and maybe even the cover letter, things like that. For me, I always take things into prayer and pray about stuff, and so you may have to do that. Don't stress yourself out about what other people are thinking or what they think you should do, because it can be hard. And for some of you guys that are watching this video, maybe you're not even doing any app-based gigs, or you're not part of the gig economy, but you are in a place where you are really looking for work and you're trying, but folks always want to call you a bum, or they want to call you names or call you lazy, and they have no idea some of the things that you're facing looking for work. Maybe you have a record, maybe you have a past, and you want to do right and you're trying to do right, but that seems to be a hindrance for you. Everybody's different. It's easy for people on the outside to look at you and say, yeah, you need to get a job. Yeah, you need to go back to school. Yeah, there's a lot of things you probably should do. But what if you are doing those things and you're trying and you feel like, man, like, am I ever going to get ahead? Yeah, you will. But this too shall pass. This will not be forever. This will not be your always. This is just temporary, and just continue to do what's best for you. Continue to push, and just know that there's another opportunity that's waiting for you, whether it's part-time, whether it's full-time. But don't get into a place of depression, because it is real, and just stay there and wallow in self-pity and drown your sorrows out with alcohol or drugs or something like that. And because depression can be like your worst enemy. It can make you feel like your whole world is caving in on you, and you can feel hopeless, So I just want to kind of pump you up today. It's let you know that there is hope. If you are part of the gig economy, just continue to go out there and drive, or just whatever it is you're doing, whatever platform you're on, no matter what you're doing, even if you're cleaning houses, whatever, just do what you can do, and that's you and your own business, that's your prerogative, that's something that you're doing to make ends meet for yourself or for your kids or for your family or whoever. Yeah. So I just want to encourage you guys today, if you ever felt like that, or if you're going through that, you're not by yourself, you're not alone. You're like most people here in the United States that are trying, but it's just like things seem like they are at a standstill or you're trying to press your way through. But I will be praying for you for sure. But thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. God bless you. Bye-bye.